Okay. So what is the definition of beta function? We already know. We just revise the thing first. So I just give you definition first of the gamma function. Yes. Anyone please tell me what is gamma function? Yes. Tell me gamma function. Gamma of n is defined as integration 0 to infinity. Yes. E raised to minus
Raised to
t
minus t
into.
e raised to n minus 1 dt.
Yes, correct. And what is the n value? N value should be greater than 0. So that is nothing but we have a gamma function. Now definition of beta. So write down beta function. So how one can define the beta function? So definition, let m and n beta function beta function of m comma n is denoted by beta of m comma n. This is the sign of beta and this is the sign of gamma. Okay, so this gamma is there and this is beta is there. Okay, and is defined as and it is defined as so beta of m comma n is given to us integration 0 to 1. In gamma we have 0 to infinity and only one variable is there, that is nothing, one number is there, that is nothing but the n. Here we have two numbers m and n. Okay, so integration 0 to 1, so some x raised to first variable m minus 1 into 1 minus x raised to second variable n minus 1 dx, where your both m is greater than equal to 0 and n is also greater than equal to 0. This is important. Here we have n is positive, here both m and n both are positive. Okay, so what is meaning the beta of negative function is not defined. So if m is negative, n is negative, we cannot define the beta function. So I hope everyone understand a definition. It's a simple way, just like in gamma function, we denoted by beta of m comma n is nothing but 0 to 1, x raised to m minus 1 and 1 minus x raised to n minus 1. Clear and clear? Clear and clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now next, you can also define the same definition. You can define a same definition just like we do in the previous one. You can change the variable. You can also define this 0 to 1. Instead of x, you can write down y, no problem. Y raised to m minus 1 into 1 minus y raised to n minus 1 into dx. Okay, we are interested in m and n. What is that m? M is nothing but the power of y minus 1 and 1 minus y. So if you have variable here something, suppose it is x, y, z, anything. So second variable must be 1 minus x and its power is nothing but your beta function. I hope everyone understand that. Yes or no? So,
Yes, sir.
so write down some properties. Beta function. So in properties, the first important property beta of m comma n is always equal to beta of n comma m. So if you write down m first or n first or n second or m first, no problem. Both the terms are equal. So that order m comma n is not making that much of difference. So both the terms are exactly equal. So if you wanted to prove that, so what we need to do? So first we write down beta of m comma n. What is the definition? Yes, tell me. Integration 0 to 1 x raised to,
X raised to n minus 1
very good, into y
into 1
raised to,
minus x
okay, 1 minus x, sorry, I'm so sorry, into 1 minus x raised to
minus x n minus 1 dx.
n minus 1 dx. Now what I want here, I want instead of x, I want 1 minus x. So I just substitute new variable t is nothing but 1 minus x. Okay, instead of x, I substitute, instead of 1 minus x, I substitute t. Okay, so what is the value of x? So value of x you can calculate here. So if I shifted x here, t here, so I will get x is equal to 1 minus t. We need to find the value of dx. So this implies my value of dx becomes minus dt. Is it okay? Everyone understand that? Simple one.
Yes, sir.
And now we need to check the upper limit and lower limit. So make a table. So let's see what happened in the table. So initially you have x, you are changing in terms of t. So values of x are 0 and 1, 0 and 1. So x is equal to 0. So if I substitute x is equal to 0 here, so I am getting t is equal to 1. What happened when x is equal to 1? What is the value of t?
0.
It is 0. Because 1 minus 1 it is 0. So what happened? What happened? So your whatever beta you are starting with, beta of m comma n, you can write down it is integration 1 to 0. Instead of x you need to write down 1 minus t, so 1 minus t raised to m minus 1 into t raised to n minus 1 into minus dt. Now also I can write down this as integration 0 to 1, 1 minus, or instead of writing down 1 minus first, I can write down first t raised to n minus 1 into 1 minus t raised to m minus 1 into dt. What about that minus sign? Where that minus sign goes?
Limits are interchanged. So
Yes.
minus sign gets cancelled.
Yeah. So here we have limits 1 to 0. I just interchange the limit. It becomes 0 to 1. So that minus minus become plus. What is that now? What is that?
Beta of n comma n.
It is beta of n, because first power is n comma n. So the both terms are always equal. This is our first property. Okay. So simple calculation, we will get this result. Okay. Any doubts, anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. So let's discuss the second property. The properties are what, you can substitute instead of x something, instead of y something, you will get the another property. So properties are nothing but what, you are getting different kinds of functions. So what they are saying about second property, in the second property they talked about beta of m comma n. You can also define this beta of m comma n is nothing but 2 times integration 0 to pi divided by 2 sine raised to 2m minus 1 theta into cos raised to 2n minus 1 into theta d theta. That is what they are saying. This is nothing but the new definition of the beta. So first let's see the proof. Can someone tell me how one can start with this? How one can start with this? So initially we have definition of beta. So what is our definition of beta? Your definition of beta n comma n is which is equal to integration 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1 into 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 into dx.
X equal to sin square theta.
Okay, you can substitute x is equal to sine square theta. Why? Because see, if I substitute x is equal to sine square theta, I will get sine raised to some 2m minus something like that, that number. So you can put that one. Okay, so let's see. Put x is equal to sine square theta. So this implies what is the value of 1 minus x? 1 minus x becomes 1 minus sine square theta. What is 1 minus sine square theta?
Cos theta.
It is cos theta. Also we need to find the value of dx. So value of dx becomes, so sine square theta is nothing but 2 sine theta.
So it's cos square theta. 1 minus sin square theta is cos square theta.
Okay, squares. I just mentioned the square. Correct. So dx is nothing but 2 sine theta. Derivative of sine is nothing but cos theta into d theta. Okay. Now see the, what is next? You need to check the table
Limits.
limits. I don't know why it comes always. Huh. So see the table now. What happened with the table? Initially what I have? Initially I have
X is 0.
x and limits are 0 to 1. And corresponding I have theta. So tell me, when x is equal to 0, what is the value of theta?
0.
0, because theta is, x is equal to 0. So sine square is equal to 0. Sine 0. Sine 0. When sine 0 is true? When theta is equal to 0. Next, when x is equal to 1, then what is the value of theta?
Theta equal to pi by 2.
Pi divided by 2, because sine pi by 2 is 1. So it is pi divided by 2. So put in that upper limit. So what happened? So whatever you have beta, you can write down as it is. So beta of m comma n, which give you integration. Now instead of 0, 0 is there. Instead of 1, I have pi by 2 is there. X raised to this sine square. So just I substitute sine raised to 2m minus 2. So I will get sine raised to 2m minus 2 theta. Is it okay, everyone? How 2m minus 2 comes here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Into 1 minus is nothing but cos square. So simply cos raised to also 2m minus 2 into theta. No problem. And dx is nothing but
2n minus 2.
where n is there. Correct.
Cos. Cos.
Yes, yes, correct, correct. So this should be n. So 2 into cos theta into sin theta into d theta. So we can simply write down it is 2 integration 0 to pi divided by 2. This sign and this sign, everything is a product. So it simply becomes sine raised to 2m minus 1 d theta into cos, this cos and this cos. So what happened here? Cos raised to 2n minus 1 and d theta remains as it is. And this is nothing but what you have new definition of beta of m comma n. Clear and clear?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what we can define a new definition. So write down this new definition with you. So you can also define beta in terms of sine and cosine. Okay. Now in the same problem, I just rewrite in the standard format. I just rewrite in the standard format. So what I want here we have 2 n minus 1 and 2m minus 1. So for simplicity purpose, we put, just wait a minute. So we put 2m minus 1 is equal to some I called p, okay, and 2n minus 1 I called as q. So I will get the value of m is equal to p plus 1 divided by 2, and value of n is equal to q plus 1 divided by 2. So if I substitute in this in above star equation, so what it becomes, so beta of m comma n, m is nothing but what, p plus 1 divided by 2 into q plus 1 divided by 2, which is equal to that 2 as it is, limit 0 to pi divided by 2 as it is. I will get sine raised to p theta into cos raised to q theta d theta. Clean and clear? Why this
Yes,
so?
sir.
Because we have example. We have example. Find the value of integration 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 5 theta into cos raised to suppose 3 theta d theta. So what's its value? That 2 comes there, so it becomes 1 by 2 beta into what is, yes, tell me, what is that value?
3,2.
P value is 5, 5 plus 1 is nothing but 6 divided by 2, that is nothing but 3, comma, here 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 divided by 2. So this value is directly like this. Okay. So instead of finding 2m comparing that 5 is equal to 2m minus 1, then find the value of m, this formula is much easier. Okay. So we called as this formula as a double star. So both are the one. For simplicity purpose, we just write down this formula. So keep that formula in your mind. We require this formula while solving the examples. Okay. Is it okay to everyone? Can I go further?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we have third and last definition, which is also some kind of easy. So okay. So I think remark number 3, definition 3, remark 3. So what they say is that you can also define beta of m comma n is equal to integration 0 to infinity. Now first what we have, 0 to 1. Then in terms of sine, 0 to pi by 2. Now beta is in terms of infinity. So what it is, x raised to m minus 1 whole divided by 1 plus x raised to m plus n into dx. Now this is homework for you. I will tell you a hint. Why it is homework? Because whatever we did above, we need to do the same thing here. Okay, so you need to use a hint. The hint is here, put x is equal to t divided by 1 plus t. Now someone is saying, sir, I can find then any definition of beta. Absolutely correct. Substitute instead of x, you can substitute anything. Someone is saying, I will substitute in sec theta. You will get some formula in terms of sec theta. You can substitute some cos theta square, so you can get some another formula. Just like the above one, what we are getting in terms of sine cos, you will get something different formula. Okay, so in the beta function, the beta function is defined in a proper way. You can substitute instead of x is equal to anything. You can substitute exponential power to the t, e to the power t, and then you can evaluate for the new formula. That is nothing but the hint behind that. Okay, but that three definitions what we are talking about, first one is standard definition, second one is this in terms of sine and cos, and third one in terms of infinity, 0 to infinity, x raised to m minus 1, 1 plus x divided by 1 plus x raised to m plus n dx. This is important, and by doing this substitution you will get an answer. So can you do it this as a homework, this example as a homework by using this substitution?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just try it. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Otherwise, in the next lecture, I will give you the proof if you face any difficulties. Okay, just keep that thing in your mind. So we are going to solve now examples on that. Okay, now initially in the uh, beta function and gamma function. In the gamma function, we discuss some property of gamma. Then I find out the way, evaluate what is gamma of 3, gamma of 2. So I just revise one more time for you. So we have gamma of n plus 1. Yes, tell me what is value of gamma of n plus 1? Gamma of n plus 1?
N gamma n.
Yes, it is n into gamma n. So you can easily find gamma of 5 is what? Tell me, gamma of 5? Directly value.
4 factorial.
4 factorial. 4 factorial. It is 4 factorial. That is nothing but 24. Okay, good. What is gamma of 3 divided by 2? Three divided by 2?
Root pi by 2.
Yes, it is root pi divided by 2, because 3 by 2 we can write down 1 by 2 into root 1 by 2. So you, and we know that gamma of 1 by 2 is nothing but root pi. So we got these values. Now how we calculate the beta? What is beta of m comma n? What is this? So we have most important one, the relation between beta function and gamma function. You can write down as a 4 property. So write down relation between beta and gamma function. What is that relation? So beta of m comma n is equal to gamma of m into gamma of n whole divided by gamma of m plus n. So when you have beta m comma n, so you can write down that beta m comma n is equal to gamma of first term into gamma of second term divided by gamma of addition of that two terms. Okay, so we will get this thing clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's solve some examples now. Let's try to solve some examples. So first example, now everyone knows how to find gamma function and everything. Okay, so that's your task. You can easily find out this. So examples. That is what we have for the gamma function. Okay, so you have integration 0 to 1 divided by 2 x cube into 1 minus 4x square having power 1 by 2 into dx. Tell me how one can solve this. Which definition is applicable here? Yes. Which definition is applicable? Tell me. What happened? Now, in the first definition, what we have, we know. Integration 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1 into 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. It is nothing but what? Beta of m comma n. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So what we have here we have x, no problem, but here we have that 4x square. So instead of that 4x square, I should want only x. So I'm going to put that 4x square is equal to t. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 4x square is equal to t. So this implies your x is equal to root t divided by 2. Check out with the calculations. Huh? Now it is only the calculation. You have to pay attention on the calculation by definition of beta. So I will get the value. So you can find the value of dx also and x cube also. So firstly I find the value of dx. So tell me, what is the value of dx? The value of dx is nothing but what? 1 divided by 4
Root t.
root t. This is the value of dx. So I got the value of dx. Now find the value of x cube. X cube is nothing but what? T raised to 3 divided by 2 whole divided by 8. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So puts every value here in the given term, and you need to see the limits also, how the limits change. So initially what we have? Initially we have x. We are changing in terms of t. So what are the limits of x? Limits of 0 to 1/2. So 0 here and 1/2 here. So when x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. Put anywhere, anywhere. Here also, here, anywhere. So I substitute here. So x is equal to 0. So t becomes 0. No problem. But x is equal to 1/2. What is the value of t? When x is equal to 1/2, substitute here. 1/2 square is nothing but 1 by 4. 4 get killed. T is equal to 1. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you are getting then your equation becomes integration 0 to 1. Instead of x cube, you need to write down t raised to 3 divided by 2 divided by 8. 1 minus 4x square is nothing but t. Okay, that as it is having power 1/2. So write down 1/2 as it is. And the value of dx is nothing but what? 1 divided by 4 into root t dt. I just forget to mention here dt. Dt is also. Okay, now take the constant term outside. So 8 fours are 32. So 1 divided by 32 outside, integration 0 to 1. Now t raised to 3 divided by 2, and here t raised to half, so it comes in the numerator. So
T.
3 divided by 2 minus 1 divided by 2 into 1 minus t raised to 1 by 2 into dt. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So what is 3 divided 2 minus 1 divided by 2?
1 t.
Only t. So I can write down the t, but what I want in terms of m minus 1. So I can write down that t is nothing but 2 minus
2
1, and here 1 minus t I can write down. Tell me
3 by
which
2 minus 1.
3 by 2 minus 1. So 3 by 2 minus 1 is nothing but half. Half minus 1 is nothing but half. So you will get here into dt. So what is that value?
1
This
by
is nothing but
32.
beta. So it is 1 divided by 32 into beta of 2 comma
3 by 2.
3 by 2. Now you need to find this value. My problem is not over here. You need to find the value. So one can find the value now. We have relation of beta and gamma. What is that relation? 1 divided by 32 as it is. So we know that beta of m comma n is equal to what?
Gamma n into gamma n.
Gamma of m into gamma of n divided by gamma of
Gamma of m plus n.
m plus n. You can interchange, no problem. So what happened here? So first you will get gamma of 2 into gamma of 3 divided by 2 whole divided by gamma of 2 plus 3 divided by 2. Now find out this value. So 1 divided by 32 as it is. I make a bracket. What is gamma of 2? It is 1 factorial.
2.
How?
1
Gamma
factor.
of
1 1 1.
1 factorial into Gamma of 3 by 2?
Root pi by 2.
Root pi divided by 2. Very good. And what is that addition? It is 7 divided by 2. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Gamma of 7 divided by 2. You know how to find gamma of 7 divided by 2? So numerator is root pi divided by 2. I write down as it is into 1 divided by 7 by 2. Yes, tell me value. 5 by 2 into 3 by 2
3 by 2
into
1 by 2
1 by 2 into
root pi.
root pi. So can I cancel this root pi root pi directly? And that 2
Yeah.
denominator, 2 denominator, 2 denominator, and that 2 denominator. So it comes in the numerator. So that 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 2, 8. 8 into 16. So what you are getting? 1 divided by 32 into 16 divided by 15 threes are 5 threes are 15 only. I think 15 remains only here. So 16 1 divided by 30. Please check it out whether it is correct or not, or I made something mistake here.
Sir, it should be
Sir,
What happened?
8,
4 upon 15 because
4, yeah. You multiplied the 2.
all the 2 you multiplied. This root pi
Yeah,
upon 2, that 2 is in the
it should be
denominator only.
divided.
It's coming in the numerator. Correct, correct, correct. Yes, yes, yes. So here 8. Yeah, yeah. See, I made a mistake again. So I just erase that. Here 4 is not coming because this is in the already in the. So it comes in the denominator and it comes here 4 into 4. 8 comes here 8 only, and here 2 we have already. Am I correct? So 8 ones are 8.
Yes, sir.
Here 4 comes here. So 4 2s are 8. 8 15. I think 120. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
1 divided by 120. That is nothing but minus. See, calculations. We did that much difficult part, but we stuck somewhere in the calculation. So 1 divided by 120. So that is nothing but what you have here, answer of that problem. Clear and clear? So I hope you get the idea how to solve this kind of problems. Yes or no? Now for any problem, you just need to think what we need to substitute. Once you understand that, then it is very easy to solve. Okay. So we have lots of examples in your notes. So I will give you more examples on that also. So let's discuss some another problem. We have 10 minutes no, in our hand. We'll discuss one problem. Yeah. Write down one problem. Yeah. Second problem. We have lots of problems. Which problem should I take? The first problem is 10. Square root 1, you can easily solve this one also. Yeah, we can take this one. So before going to start with problem, can someone tell me if I have gamma of p into gamma of 1 minus p, what is the value of this when p lies between 0 to 1? This value is
Pi upon sine p pi.
correct, pi upon sine p pi. This property almost work everywhere. Okay, in beta function, because what we have relation between beta and gamma, the relation is m into n. So here it's very easy. Okay, no problem. We will get 3 comma 2 and 3 by 2. But sometimes this property is always works. So you need to think on that. So we will take one problem on that. Okay. So write down problem number whatever it is 2. Evaluate integration 0 to 1 dx divided by cube root of 1 minus x cube. Now tell me, what is substitution? Yes, can you think of that? You can write down the same problem in that way. Integration 0 to 1, 1 minus
x cube
x cube
equal to t.
1/2 into dx, something like that. Yes, what is the substitution?
X
Simple.
cube equal to t.
X cube is equal to t. Very good. So if you substitute x cube is equal to t, what is dx? Okay. So x cube is equal to t.
Sir?
Yes.
1 minus x cube whole raised to its square root
Minus
or
3 by
Oh,
3.
minus 3. 1 by 3. 1 by 3. Yeah, 1 by 3. The cube root is there, no? Correct. It is 1 by 3. Is it okay now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, so value of x becomes t raised to 1 by 3. Okay. So what is dx then? Dx is equal to 1 by 3 t raised to minus 2 by 3
Minus 2 by 3
into
dt.
dt. Now check the limits. Initially we have x, then we have t. So x limits are 0 to 1. Substitute here cube. So it is just remains as it is. So the problem becomes 0 to 1, 1 minus as it is. Instead of x cube we have t raised to minus 1 by 3 kept as it is into what is the value of dx? Dx becomes 1 by 3 t raised to minus 2 divided by 3 into dt. Now tell me what it would be, because 1 by 3 I can take a common out, it is 0 to 1, 1 minus t. So I need to write down 1 by 3 is nothing but something minus 1. So tell me what it is. Minus 1 by 3. I need to write down something minus 1. So what it is? Yes.
2 by 3 minus 1.
2 by 3 minus 1. How it is minus? Check it out. 2 divided by 3 minus 1. So what it becomes? 1 minus 2 minus 3. So minus 1 divided. Yes, correct. So I can write down it is 2 divided by 3 minus 1 into t. How one can write t is equal to minus 2 by 3. So how you can write down this? How you can write down this? Minus 2 by 3, you need to write down something
1 by
minus
3
1.
minus 1.
What it is? 1 by 3.
1 by 3 minus 1.
So it is 1 minus, yes, it is, you are getting same thing. And this is dt. So what you are getting? This implies you are getting this value is 1 by 3 beta of 1 by 3 comma
2 by 3.
2 by 3. And you will get the answer now. Now find out the answer. Tell me what is the answer. So here we need to use this property. What is that property? One minus 1 by 3, it is nothing but the 2 by 3. So the value becomes 1 by 3 as it is, pi divided by sine pi by 3.
2
Since
pi by 3 root 3.
0 is less equal, 1 by 3 is less equal 1. And what is your final answer? Yes? What is the value of pi by 3? Sine pi by 3? Sine pi by 3?
Root 3 by 2.
root 3 divided by 2, so that 2 comes in the numerator. Okay, so 2 pi
by g root 3.
3 root 3. That is nothing but what you have your answer. Clear and clear to everyone? This is what we have the beta functions. Now we have one more type of the beta function, example type. So I will give you this example as a homework. Just try to solve as a homework. Okay. And if you have faced any difficulties, please tell me. So you need to substitute something. Okay. So substitution plays an important role. Now what you are going to substitute, how you are going to substitute, that you think, or in the next lecture we will discuss. So we have problems in tutorial up to this. Okay, so I will give you a homework example. That homework may be a problem of your tutorial. Huh? Integration 0 to infinity dx divided by 1 plus x raised to 4. That is the first problem. Tell me how one can solve this one. Tell me how one can solve this one. Yes.
X square equal to tan theta.
Yes. Why tan theta? Why not sine square, cos square? Why only tan?
Because 1 plus tan square theta.
1 plus
Due to
tan square
that,
theta is what?
sec square theta.
And sec square theta comes in the denominator. So 1 upon sec square is?
Cos square.
So you will get something in terms of cos square. Okay. So cos square, if you get, you can write down sine raised to 0 and cos, something like that. Okay. 1 minus 1. So that is why this substitution work into dx. Raised to 6. Huh? This is 6. So solve these two examples. Okay. And tell me what it comes. So in the next lecture we will solve some more examples on that. Then we will done with the beta function and gamma function. Then we will start with the DUIS. Okay. Anyone, any doubts in today's lecture?
No, sir.
So can we stop or